Yo, what's happening, everybody, man? Appreciate everybody that's gonna tap in tonight, man. We got SKOL Mafia in the building, man. My SKOL, bro. That's a fact, man. Appreciate you tonight, man. Appreciate you tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, first thing is first, man. Y'all see me, man. I'm rocking that Buffalo Blue, man. You know what I'm saying? Rocking that Buffalo Blue for my boy, man, Damar Hamlin. We gonna keep him in our prayers for sure. You know what I mean? That's definitely what we gonna do tonight. We definitely gonna do that because that's a must. You feel me? Gotta pray for him, pray for his family, man. You know, but yeah, man, we still got football to talk about though. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about some purple, man. We got to talk about how we feeling going into this last week. It's crazy how fast the season has already, flew past us, bro. Like the season is already damn near over. Hopefully not over too soon for the Vikings, because obviously we want to make the playoffs and go far in the playoffs. But last week of the regular season is upon us, man. Couple days, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's been a good season. At the end of the day, man, hell of a season. We got to admit, this season has been crazy, bro. This season has been crazy. You want to talk about a fucking roller coaster, bro? That's this season. But appreciate everybody tapping in, man. I got SKOL Mafia, like I said, in the building, man. That's my SKOL bro for sure. That's my SKOL bro for life. You already know that. He got the wrench. If you come in here crazy, he gonna tighten your ass up, man. You know that right now. Appreciate my boy David in the building, man. Eric, what's happening? What's happening? Got Nikki. Appreciate you, Nikki, tapping in. Got my boy Justin Day in the building, man. Appreciate you, man. We just gonna politic a little bit tonight. We're gonna talk about this week 18 matchup and how we feel, man. Do we think we should play the starters or do we think we should, sit the starters? Which one? Now, I'm going to tell y'all how I feel about it, right? But first things first, man, y'all make sure that like button. Hit that like button, man. That's what y'all got to do. Got to hit that like button, you know what I'm saying? Support the channel, man. Cash App, Super Chat. If you got it, man, support the channel if you can. If not, hit the like button, though. That's really all I care about. Hit the like button, man. Appreciate y'all sitting with me tonight, drinking my coffee out my damn Vikings cup. Y'all see that shit, man. This shit too fire. But look, this is the thing. They saying rest everybody. Now, I gotta say this, right? This is my thing with resting everybody. The way we played in Green Bay, that right there, it worries me to rest everybody because we have our starters have zero momentum. All right. We have zero momentum, zero timing, zero anything because we know for a fact. I don't really know the full status of Garrett Bradbury. And surprisingly, we're begging for Garrett Bradbury to come back. Who would have ever thought that? Who would have ever thought that we would be damn near praying that Garrett Bradbury can hurry up and get that back right? Get that back right, my dog, because we need you out there. Who would have ever thunk it? But if let's just say that he doesn't come back. Let's just say this is that Mike Zimmer tweak type of injury, right? We have Chris Reed. We brought in Greg Mance, which he's just a guy, but you never know. You know what I mean? Fresh legs, hasn't played. Maybe he can come in, get the timer. But the timing is what is important to me because Chris Reed, what we saw against the Green Bay Packers, we have to get that right, bro. Because if we don't, going into the playoff, that's dangerous. You know what I mean? That's dangerous. I just want to see at least a half. So when it comes to sitting or resting, when it comes to resting or playing our starters, I say our starters should run at least one half of football. One half of football. I know we worry about injuries, but I look at it like this, man. At the end of the day, man, you can't really run from injuries. If what's destined for you is going to happen. All right. These guys get paid good money. They're absolute great athletes, man, in shape, and things happen. But at the end of the day, you can't run from it because what'll happen is might not get injured. Might rest them. They don't play, and in the first snap of the playoff game, twist an ankle or something. Kirk Cousins. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I just want to see some rhythm first, man. But I'm not mad either way. So I was talking to SK earlier, and he says we should absolutely rest. You should absolutely rest the starters. Okay. Um, I'm like, would I be mad either way? No, I'm not gonna be mad either way. You feel me? But if I was to make the call, I would say play at least a half of football. Play a half of football. What's up, Six Shooter in the building, man? We got Pack Only Podcast. Hey, I appreciate you, Pack Only Podcast. Even though you a Packers fan, man, you be showing love for sure, man. I appreciate you, man. You always tapped in with us and shit, man, for sure. So appreciate that, man. Warlord of Art, what's up, my guy? My guy tapped in. Let's see. Six Shooter said injuries is going to happen. They need to play half. That's how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? We on the same page with that. You feel me? You can't control everything, but you can control this. Yeah, that's true too. You can't control it. What's happening? What's happening, McAndrews? What's happening, McAndrews, man? Say prayer for DeMar. Hey, that's a fact, man. Y'all see I'm rocking that Buffalo blue, man. Know what I'm saying? Rocking that Buffalo blue tonight. You feel me? For my boy DeMar, man. We definitely, our prayers is definitely, I know my family, we definitely been praying for him. We donated to his charity. So it's like that, man. You know what I mean? Really praying for that man, dog. That's a scary thing to see. And yeah, man, I just hope everything. It looks like he's on the up, which is a good thing. So my vibe's a little better doing this show tonight. I actually sat out the SKOL live show last night because, at the end of the day, just out of respect, everybody was doing it. It just is what it is, man. It's kind of hard to move on when a man damn near died on the football field. That's how serious it is. It's a real thing, man. And it's sad, man, having a mother, his uncle, all that, man. It's just hard, man. It's unsettling. Let's see. For me, it's just wait and see. You really don't know what team is going to show up, rested or not. And that's what I'm saying too. Like, I feel like even if we play our starters, listen to me. We're playing against Nathan Peterman. Okay, this is the thing. Nathan Peterman is going to be the starter because Justin Fields is out tomorrow. On Sunday. And the thing is this, I can guarantee you if we play our starters, we're still going to be in a one possession game. It's still going to come down to the last field goal or something. I can almost guarantee it. It's like, come on, man. It's like, I don't know, man. And that's what pisses me off about it because it's almost like, regardless of what, it's going to be a close game. Even if we play our damn starters, it's going to be a close game. But I just want to see some rhythm, man. We definitely got to bounce back. Like, could you imagine, like, the way the starters got demolished against Green Bay, going into a playoff game without seeing them at all? I'm going to be worried. I at least need to see a damn touchdown throw or something. I need to see a touchdown throw or something, man. Show me you can still play fucking football. I need to at least know you can still play football. That's where we going to start. You know what I'm saying? That's where we going to start. Because after that game, as far as I'm concerned, I don't even think these motherfuckers can play no more. After a game like that, Justin Jefferson, damn near ain't get a catch, man. Listen, can he catch still? I don't know. I need to see something, man. Show me something. Let me go into the playoff week at least with a little bit of confidence, like we gonna do something, man. Shit, come that receive the ball, win the toss, receive the ball, and go right downfield and score a touchdown easily. I'm good. Take them out. Let me just see something, man. Give me something to lean on, baby. Give me something to lean on. For sure. That's how I feel about it, though. Y'all can agree, disagree. It's what it is. That's how I feel about it. Let's see. Stop tripping. Hold on. Let me see. Somebody, I meant to look at the Cooper Rush, look at all these unknown quarterbacks we face, how they all done. Yeah, they've all done really good. You know what I'm saying? All these quarterbacks, every backup we play, I wouldn't be surprised if Nathan Peterman throws for 300 yards. It's not going to be surprising, bro. It's really not. It's going to be a normal thing. That would be normal. What would be surprising is if we hold him to 100 yards and pick him off like 3 or 4 times. That would be surprising. That would be like, oh shit, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, just don't give. To me, I look at it like this. These guys, the resting thing and all that, man, it's one thing to rest your guys, but these guys don't need to rest, man. We're talking about guys that are in their 20s. Yeah, we might have a couple veterans if you want, like the veteran linebackers and shit, but these guys are tip top athletes, man, getting paid millions of dollars to play football. Why are you resting? If you're able to play. That's just me, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. It don't make me no damn difference. If you're able to play. If you ain't damn near dead, don't a. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking sitting the starters, but rap has me rethinking it. I'm telling you, man. Like, and just think about this, guys. We don't get to see the starters on Sunday, right? And then all of a sudden, the week after that, we're going into a playoff game. We are going into that playoff game blind as hell. We don't even know if Kirk Cousins can still throw the ball. We don't know if Justin Jefferson can still catch the ball, if Dalvin Cook can still run the ball. We don't know. We don't know, bro, because the way they got dominated in Green Bay was just bad. It would be different if we were competitive in the Green Bay game. It would be different if we lost by 3, lost by a touchdown, maybe even 10 and made a little fight back. But the way we lost, bro, no, you do not get to rest. Fuck is you talking about rest? You rested on Sunday. You rested on Sunday. That's what you did. Because the way you play, you ain't did shit. So you rested on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Time to get back to playing football, man. I ain't gonna cap to you. What's up, Sodak Kid, man? My boy Sodak in the building, man. What's happening with you? Appreciate you tapping in, man. Let's see. David said O-line replacements are going to need some reps with the starters. So I say play half. Exactly. Especially that center. And I'm gonna tell you another thing, y'all. People sleeping on Oli Udo. I'm gonna tell you like this. Oli would listen to me, guys. And y'all gonna come back and y'all gonna have to give me my goddamn flower. Listen. Do not sleep on Oli Udo playing the tackle position. I'm telling you, this guy is a natural tackle. When he played guard, he did decent, but that is not his position. This man is a tackle, bro, and he is going to be now. Is he going to be Brian O'Neill? Absolutely not. But is it going to be disastrous? No. Trust me. He will be able to hold up enough. That's all. He's going to be average. He's not going to be a world beater or pro, but he will be average. It will be fine. I'm more worried about the center position. If we get Bradbury back and Oli Udo has to play right tackle throughout the playoffs, I'm okay with that. Trust me. And y'all should be too, because Oli Udo, don't forget, that boy was a savage at the beginning. But they threw Mike Zimmer and his coaching staff threw this man in a position that he's not used to playing. But he made it work, though. They were trying to shuffle the fucking line last year, trying to figure things out, and they failed. I mean, it's just simple as that. They got it wrong. All right. They thought we can move Udo to guard and this, that. It didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Tackle or not, he's mediocre and nothing more. He will hurt the line. Just wait and see. I don't know, Eric. Like, listen, I'm gonna put it like this. Like I said, he's gonna be average. I'm not saying that he's gonna come out there and no, I'm not comparing him to Brian O'Neill. Those are big shoes to fill. You feel me? I understand that. I ain't trying to be, I don't want to be ignorant. Those are big shoes to fill. All right. But what I'm saying is, I think you'll be surprised on the fact that he's not going to be the main problem on that line. Because I'm going to tell you what, the line is the line already, regardless. Even with Brian O'Neill out there, the line is the line. We have a slightly below average line. For some reason, we cannot get the offensive line right. It just is what it is. Like, we struggle with figuring out how to build a good offensive line. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is he's not going to kill us. He's not going to be a reason why we lose a game. That's all. We'll see. Just have faith in him. That's all I'm saying. Y'all just have a little bit of faith in Oli Udo, bro. Trust me. Have a little bit of faith. Listen, he pissed me off just as much as y'all last year with all the penalties and all that shit. Trust me. But you also got to realize that he was playing a position, again, that is not his natural position. All right. They just throwing motherfuckers anywhere. Like Mike Zimmer, them were so desperate to try to get an offensive line where they just started throwing motherfuckers. Hey, you play here, you play there. We just gonna fucking play musical chairs out here. You can't do that, man. Let motherfuckers play where they know they're supposed to play at. You know what I'm saying? That's like trying to throw Darasol in and make him a damn center or something just because he good at blocking, man. You can't do that, man. That ain't how that shit work. You know? That's the thing. That be the problem with the offensive line. They be thinking motherfucking can play everywhere just because you big and you can block. No, man. There's a difference between a tackle and a guard, bro. A big difference. A big difference. And yes, tackles have to be a little more athletic because 9 times out of 10, they're going to be going up against pass rushers. And listen, Oli Udo is big and he's athletic. He can push people to the outside. Watch. Y'all mark my word, man. I will be dropping a video after the next couple of games with Oli Udo playing at right tackle. And y'all are going to say, you know what? Rap call that shit on the head. My boy is not the issue. I'm going to tell you what's going to be the issue is going to be the center position. And that's why I say Chris Reed needs to play this Sunday with Kirk Cousins. At least they have. They need to get silent count and all that down pack. And I believe they can. I have faith in them. You know, I said that in my last video. I have faith in them. Being grown men, being professionals, practicing together throughout this week, they should be able to figure that out. It shouldn't be rocket science. But, you know, him getting thrown into the game on Sunday, on the road in Lambeau, I expected him to have, you know, delay of games and not being able to snap the ball. You feel me? Like, I expected that shit. And I hope y'all did too. We just got to be honest with ourselves, man. The backup's backup just got thrown into Lambeau on the road, you know what I'm saying, and expecting Kirk and KOC, bad coaching. Why are you still trying to use silent counts that they've never ran in practice, most likely? You know, is what it is. You got exactly what you put out. The product you put out there, you got the exact results that you're asking for. You know, they should have went in and said, look, we have to get rid of these silent counts and make this shit a little more simplified and just execute our plays a little better. That's all. Something has to be sacrificed. But no, they want to sit there and Kurt want to keep doing this shit and all that. It's not working. He don't know. Chris Reed don't know. You can't be mad at him. He don't know. He hasn't, you know, it just is what it is, man. You didn't know. You didn't know. But guess what? If you watch that game closely, Chris Reed actually did decent in pass blocking. Chris Reed did decent in pass blocking. Go watch it. You know, this is the thing. Like, and I blame myself for this, bro. Me being a content creator now, I got to start realizing, look, I'm going to stop going off feelings and going off film. I'm going to stop going off feelings and going off film. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, when I started this shit, everything was off feelings. Because at the end of the day, I love my squad. I'm riding for who I'm riding for on the squad. And it is what it is. But now, I'm not doing that no more. Film over feelings. Film over feelings, guys. It has to be like that. I'm telling you. Because guess what? Drop in the chat. Y'all know who I ride for, right? Y'all know who I ride for. A cornerback. Who's my favorite cornerback on the team, man? Let's see who really rock with RAP, man. Who's my favorite cornerback on the team? I'm gonna wait for it. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all some new shit. Who's my favorite cornerback on the team? There we go. Look, they know what's up. Hey, see, my people know what's up, boy. Hey, telling you that why I rock, man. That why I rock with Purple Gang, man. Oh, Zach, you got it wrong. You got it wrong, Zach. You got it wrong, Zach. Hey, Rap Cam. Hey, see, everybody know Cam. You feel me? Now listen. Now y'all say that. I'm gonna say this. Guess what? Y'all know how much I like Cam. Y'all know how much I ride for Cam Dantzler, but I'm gonna tell you what. Duke Shelley needs to stay on the field, and guess what? Cam Dantzler has officially lost his job. And guess what? I'm okay with that. Why? Because Duke Shelley is playing better. He's playing better. Why take him out? Don't take him out to put Cameron Dantzler in just because he has this name of he was the starter at the beginning of the season. Listen, no. Duke Shelley right now is playing like the best cornerback we got. I'm going to just keep it real. Go back and look at Duke Shelley's last 4 games. This man is locking shit up, dog. Locking shit up. Even in the Packers game, you saw that long bomb, Shelly Island. That man was by himself. I got to say this. I feel like if Cam Dantzler was in that position, that was a touchdown. I'm gonna just keep it 100, man. And I love Cam Dantzler. I'ma still love him. You feel me? But the thing is this: the hot hand got to play, bruh. The hot hand got to play. I don't care. Film over feelings. I'm telling you, film over feelings, man. Hey, they thought I was tripping. I told them, hey, you fuck around, Duke keep playing like he playing like that, and we make a deep playoff run and he keep playing like that, CB1. If y'all think I'm bullshit, CB1. Because there ain't no way you're going to be able to deny no man that's locking shit up. He locking shit up. Nobody can catch on this man like that. He breaking up passes. All he need to do is get his interception game right, and he in there. He get his interception game right, he in there. I'm telling you, but that boy laying the hat. That boy breaking shit up. You know, he on his man. And even when somebody catches it, he's still there. He's there. You know what I'm saying? The defense we play sometimes doesn't play in his favor because they don't really play press. But I think he'll be a savage press man cover, man. If they was to let Duke Shelley play press man, dog, I'm telling you right now, that boy nice, man. Film over feelings, man. I'm gonna keep saying that. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I'm gonna add the link because y'all know I like rocking with the peoples. If y'all do want to join, y'all know what it is. You hit the link. Hold up. Oh shit, hold on real quick. Hit the link and tap in with the boy. Hold on, man. What the hell? Oh, there we go. I'm gonna put this link in here for y'all. Anybody want to tap in? Y'all tap in, man. Let me hear what you're talking about. Let me hear what you're talking about. You know? Let me hear what you're talking about, man. Hit the link, man. I know my boy Crown in the building, man. Shout out my boy Crown in the building, man. You know my boy Crown gonna rock with me. Come on, Crown, rock with the boy, man. Let's talk about this shit, man. We gotta talk about this shit, Crown. You got to get on in and talk about this shit with the boy. Go ahead, hit that link, Crown. Quit playing. Hit that link. Let's get it, man. You know, let's see what Jim talking about, man. I appreciate you too, Jim, man. You know what? One thing about Jim, man, you've been supporting heavy, man. I appreciate you, man, for sure. That's real love. You know, Vikings not going to the Super Bowl with that horrible defense fire Ed. I just was shouting you out, Jim. You know what I'm saying? I just was shouting you out. Look, I kind of feel the same way, like realistically, like just being a realist, you know what I mean? Like, because the fan of me obviously is gonna say, man, fuck that, we going to the Super Bowl. But you know, at the end of the day, you're absolutely right. When you're playing a defense like it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It just is what we know. Listen, Vikings fans, listen, get prepared because guess what? If the Vikings do not fix the problem that they have with that defense, we're going to have a heartbreak within the next 2 weeks. Just be prepared for it. Just be prepared for it. You know, you got to just be prepared for it, man. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. Our quarterback, our wide receivers, you know, which really the quarterback, right? Because he touching the ball every play on offense. It relies on him, man. And that's why he gets the most pressure. And that's any team. That's any team. You know, you go watch Dallas content creators, they talk about Dak Prescott. You go watch any other team, man. You go watch Buffalo, they talk about Josh Allen. Look, the thing is this: you have to be able to step up and pressure time, especially the playoffs. It has to happen, bro. We have to depend on our offense to score points. Why? Because we know our defense isn't that good, bro. We have to put up points. Hold on, let me add Justin in here. We got Day in the building. Day, what's happening?
Chilling, man. What's up with you?
Chilling out. We just talking this shit tonight, man.
Man,
Talking
I
this
just
shit tonight.
messed up my shoulder. Snow blowing out there. I slipped on a piece of ice. Bam!
Oh, we
Ooh.
gotta put that boy on injury reserve.
Nah, man. Just questionable. That's it. That's all.
We'll put that boy on IR for the week, innit?
I'll say this: you make some very good points, and
Yeah,
what I
because let me hear
appreciate.
what you got to say about starting and sitting. Because I know you said you think we should sit. So go ahead and explain yourself.
I'm gonna say it like this: click on Purple and Go for days. Click on my video that dropped this morning where I said everything. But the short version is there are arguments to be made both ways. But my biggest thing is to your point about the offense, because Mike made the same point on Monday,
Yeah.
is we need to get the offense in rhythm. They got a bad taste in their mouth. Did we need to get them in rhythm in the preseason? No. We sat all of our players in the preseason. Kevin
Mhm.
O'Connell came from the Rams, which is what Sean McVay did. So we didn't need any rhythm for week one against Green Bay. We had it. Now, if you need to play a couple drives to, oh, I feel better about myself. Now we can play this. But if you can't get up for a playoff game at home,
Yeah.
then you soft.
But hold on real quick though. But I feel your analogy with the preseason thing, right? But this is the thing. Preseason, we weren't coming off of a game either, though, where
True.
our so-called, top 10 offense got shut out, bro. Got shut out. Didn't show us anything. Didn't
Nope.
give us anything to talk about, anything to be happy about. I mean, it was just a bunch of slipping and falling, interceptions and fumbles. That's all. That's all the offense did. I mean,
Yeah.
the offense did absolutely nothing. I mean, absolutely. I don't even know how many yards of total offense did we have, considering that, and I'm not even talking about with the touchdown throw to Jalen and
No,
all
that's
that
all
garbage
garbage
shit.
time. That's
Yeah.
garbage
How
time.
many offensive yards did we have from the first quarter to the third quarter? Let's think about that, because to me, it didn't seem like a lot. I'm gonna tell you that. And this is the thing. Going into a playoff game, knowing that, to me it's worrisome to me. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's
Mhm.
worrisome because I don't know what to talk about at that point. Like, I don't know who's gonna show up. Is the same Green Bay offense gonna show up? Because listen, the truth of the matter is, once the playoffs start, we're gonna be playing a team that played similar to Green Bay. Let's just understand that right now. Whatever team makes the playoffs, they're going to be on 10, bro. And we better join their energy. Because if we come out there with that same Vikings slow, flat shit, bro, that the Vikings tend to do a lot,
Mhm.
I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get exposed, man. Hold on, Crown. Let me put him in there again real quick.
What's up, Crown?
But yeah, man. But yeah, I mean, go ahead, Dave. My bad. I mean, shit, I
No, it's all
feel
good,
what you're
man.
saying. Like, I feel
No,
what
I
you're saying
mean,
about that preseason thing. But it's a different story because we're coming off a mollywop.
this is
Preseason
true.
we weren't. So
I mean, again, that's a very good argument. I'm not even saying you're wrong. What I'm saying is from where I'm sitting, whatever you could possibly gain by one or two drives of feeling good about yourself against a bad Bears team. I
mhm.
mean, you could put the Georgia Bulldogs out there and they're going to put up a bigger fight than the Chicago Bears are right now. Okay, I'm only half
Yeah,
serious. We know we're
yeah,
joking there,
yeah,
but what good feelings are you going to have by playing a garbage team? Now, okay, let's say you go 2-3 drives and let's say you build your confidence up. Let's say you get 2 touchdowns on your 3 drives, right?
mhm.
And
Yeah. Go
then
ahead.
let's say you take all your players out. Okay, we feel better about ourselves. Is whatever you gain from feeling good about yourself after beating the Bears, is that worth risking on Soldier Field? I know what you're saying about you can't be afraid and what's going to happen is going to happen. That's true.
Right.
Freak accidents you can't control. Getting blindsided or getting put in a pile up where you get your ankle turned, you can't control that. But you can control not letting
Right.
something like that happen by keeping them off the field in the first place. And to me, the risk of something bad happening. I mean, can you imagine if Justin Jefferson, twists his ankle in some meaningless game? I know you can't say that. You can say that about a
Yeah.
practice too. I get that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what you can control is not putting anybody in position to a meaningless game. So
I
to
got you.
me, that slightly outweighs the gain of feeling good about yourself. That's just how
Right.
I look at it. I said it earlier. I can see both sides to it. But what's up,
Right. Right.
Brown? I'll
What's
stop
up,
there. What's
Crown?
up,
What's happening with you,
What up, fellas?
chilling?
man? How you feel, man? Sit or start, man.
I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm just listening to these Jews y'all drop.
Yeah, man. What you think about the starters, man? You think we should sit or you think we should go out there and ball up?
I was on record saying we should sit him, but
Yeah.
I was on record saying, hold on, I'm on YouTube right now. Hey, yo, man, you can't be cursing on YouTube, bro. Oh, we live? Yeah,
Oh,
man.
this is Rap's channel. Like there ain't no curse
Yo,
words on
my
Rap's channel.
bad,
Come
yo,
on.
man.
Oh no, you good. You good.
Yo, this guy here, man. Nah, but I was on record saying let's sit the starters, but now since that performance, man, put them out there, man. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to go up in there. We did some bullshit.
We did, bro. We
That
did. And
can't
all
go
and
like
all I'm saying, is a half, man. Just give me a half. Maybe even a quarter. Maybe just like
but
two or
you
three
already know it's
drives.
gonna be nip and tuck. You know it's
Yeah.
gonna you know it's gonna be nip and tuck. So
Yeah,
That's the fear of putting us. If we was really serious, we'd blow them out in the first half, sit the starters in the second half, and let Mullins
exactly.
and them go out there. But that's the fear. That's what y'all thinking. Like y'all know it's gonna come down to a field goal, and
Yep,
y'all don't want to be in that spot.
You true.
exactly.
That
But
ain't
this will
right.
really expose something needs to change. If they rest Justin Fields and all that, and it's still coming down to a field goal, come on, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody
We
got to
playing
go.
Nathan Peterman, man. Come on, dog.
Yeah, yeah, come on. Nathan Peterman, the dude that he started his career over like 5 straight picks and 2
I'm
pick
telling you.
sixes. This guy
And you seen what the Lions did to them. The Lions handled them as they should. You know, what I mean, the
yeah,
Lions straight out blew them boys out the water, man.
blew him out the water,
Blew
man.
them out the
So
water, bro.
I
Like
really
that.
Why
want
That's
to
what
is
I'm
it
start.
saying.
the
I want to
Lions
just
can
see what's
blow
going to
out
happen.
teams and we can't? Explain that.
Mm.
Why the Lions can blow out teams and we can't?
But every other team can blow out. I think Crown just hit the
Yeah.
wrong button. Must be he'll be back. But I feel like every other team in the NFL has had like a real good blowout win. You know what I mean? For the most part, not every team, but a
Right.
majority of the decent teams that are still in the hunt and things like that. They find a way to really dominate a football game. You know what I mean? At some point in the season. And I feel like we haven't really found that. Now, week one is an outlier only because it's week one. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And things are kind of trying to figure each other out and shit like that. And we came out with momentum. We're at home week one, season opener, playing the Packers. That was, to me, that right there explained that game, why we won like we did. Now, for us to not be able to do that at all again is that's what's concerning to me. You know what I'm saying? Is for us
I
not to now.
agree.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not being negative at all about us being 12-4. You feel me? Because 12 wins in the NFL, no matter how you do it, obviously is a good thing when you win 12 football games. But the thing is this, man, at some point, and the point's actually now, because we've been saying at some point, we've been saying that since week damn near 4 or 5 or 6. But now it's time. You feel me? We have one more regular season game, and we know for sure we're in the playoffs. That's an absolute. That is happening. Okay, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. We are gonna to play next week in the playoffs, and we can't bring that football out of there, dog. We got to
Right.
be able to be physical and dominate a game.
All
So
right. You asked a question a minute ago. Taking away the garbage time fourth quarter, how many yards the Vikings have?
yeah,
What's your guess? Because I looked it up.
I'm gonna say they had like 80 yards total.
Okay, it's a little more than that.
All right, 150.
200 total yards.
All right, two. That's in the first 3 quarters, like one,
That's
two,
the
quarter one,
first
two.
3 quarters. Because you
Yeah.
remember now, they had a 34-yard drive that was a missed field goal.
Oh yeah, that's
They
right.
they had what's the other one? They had a 40-yarder that ended up in a pick. They had a
Yeah.
46-yard drive that ended up in a missed field goal. And then they had a 60-yard drive that ended in a fumble. So you're right, because if you take out the drives in the fourth quarter and you take out the drives where you ended in a turnover or missed field goal,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because again, what good? This is what I always say about a defense that's bend don't break. Let's say you kick the ball off into the end zone, and your defense starts at the 25, but holds them at the 5-yard line. They kick a field goal. Okay, so they got
Right.
70 yards of offense. Your opponents did, but you held them to 3 points. Now that's not sustainable. That's the word I've been using, like
Yeah.
you said, since week 4. I
Right.
did a post game on the Purple Code with SK when we beat the Saints in London. And that was the first time I said, you all can't keep sustaining this. You're going to get smacked by somebody.
Yeah.
And then they kept sustaining it. And then they showed you when they went to Buffalo that they could pull it out. But then they
Mm-hmm.
come home and get spanked by Dallas. And, you lose to the Lions on the road where you really had an opportunity to separate yourself. Because if you beat the Lions, just the Lions, then last week you would have been able to lock up the 2 seed with a win against Green Bay, and this week you would still control your destiny to get that 2 seed. Now,
Right.
all that stuff is different because at this point I'd rather be the 3 and face the Giants as opposed to the
Right.
2 and facing Green Bay,
Yeah.
because we all know something's going to happen with Aaron Rodgers. Something.
Yeah.
We hate
Yeah.
him, but we got to
Yeah.
respect the dude because
Yeah.
you just give him one shot. That's all he needs.
That's
I
all he
mean,
needs, man.
so
Shout out Dylan in the building, man. Shout
what's
out
up,
George in the
Dylan?
building, man. My boy George in the building too, man. Appreciate you, George. SKOL Mafia said Vikings are saving the blowouts oh, excuse me, Vikings are saving the blowouts for the playoffs. I hope you're
I'll
right.
take it. I'll
I
take
hope
it.
you're right. I hope you're right. You know, which I mean that could happen, but the thing is this, SKOL Mafia, man, like with this defense, man, I think our defense is what it is. Like, I don't think we're gonna wake up and it's gonna be. It's almost like saying like Kirk Cousins is gonna wake up next week and be Patrick Mahomes, dog. I mean, it's kind of similar to that. It's some things just aren't realistic, and I think we have enough evidence that
Right.
shows that our defense is our defense. And what we have to do depend on is we have to depend on our defense causing turnovers, right? We have to get a couple lucky strip fumbles, interceptions, and we have to hope that our offense comes out and handles the business because this team leans on JJ and Kirk Cousins and Dalvin Cook performing well. That this team is going to win as they win. I'm gonna tell you right now because we're not winning off of this defense. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna just tell you that, and we all know that. So if JJ's only gonna have 30 yards in the game, we're getting blown out. It just is what it is, dog. We're getting blown out, man. Because our defense cannot hold up that long. We can hold up a quarter or two, but then after that, the next 2 quarters are going to be routes. They're going to be routes. So, and we've seen it over and over again. You got to think the games we've lost. Just look at how we lose. Just look at how we lose, man.
It's an onslaught. Philly was an onslaught. Dallas was an onslaught. Green Bay wasn't an offensive onslaught. I mean, realistically, now, mind you, Green Bay take their foot off the gas going into the fourth quarter because they don't need to. But it was 27 points, but 14 of them were off kickoff and an interception. So if you told me going into the game that the Packers offense was going to have 13 points on the board, you would take that 100 times out of 100. Wow. The problem is this. The defense usually is pretty good in the first quarter and the fourth quarter, just like the offense, okay? When your defense, let's say you get the ball and you score a touchdown, and then the defense gives you a 3-and-out. Yeah. That is your moment to go up 14-0, because then the other team has to play a different game and play into what your defense is actually good at, which is bend but don't break and be opportunistic. Just like the Chicago Bear game. They first 3 possessions, 21 points. Now, people want to say, well, that defense let them back into the game. The offense let them back into the game, too, because they didn't score up until the fourth quarter.
Again, yeah, exactly.
So, it's just weird. This team.
I think the offense just needs to understand, like, listen, the responsibility is on you. All right. Some teams are defensive teams. Some teams are offensive teams. You know what I mean? And guess what? You are an offensive team. It just is what it is, man. Like you are an offensive team. We have the best wide receiver in the NFL, and we have a decent quarterback. We have a decent running back. I mean, the offense is you guys are the crutch. Okay. The defense is going to do what they can do, and we expect you guys to go out there and score points. All right. Now, when you come out and you play like you play, when you're like Green Bay and shit, where you just can't even get a first down and all the and plenty games this season where the offense just goes fucking missing. You know what I'm saying? Just goes missing for 2-3 quarters, bro. And in the fourth quarter, they want to show up, man. That's not gonna work in the playoffs, and I'm standing on that, man. And hopefully we don't have to see a fucking heartbreak.
Right. Here's what I'm standing on, because some of those who never want to put any blame on a certain, player that might play offense that might take the ball often. Well, it's the play calling, or it's the strategy of going for it on 4th and 1. That does play some into it. There's no doubt. Yeah. But this Vikings team is either the league leader or top 5 in 3-and-outs, and it has been that way for 5 years since Kirk got here. This isn't just this year and learning a new system. And he was at top 10 in 3-and-outs when he was with Washington. Kirk is boom or bust. He's like Adrian Peterson, 1 yard, -2, 1 yard, 50 yards. You know what I mean? Kirk Cousins is kind of the same way, where he will look unstoppable at times, and at times he looks like a junior varsity high school quarterback. Now, and I can't put my finger on it as to why that is, because, okay, you're desperate. Okay, now I'm going to do this. Why can't you do that earlier? And it's not that we're trying to say that the offense has to score a touchdown on every drive, but that's not realistic. Right. You have to realize that you got to carry this team. You can't just be part of the team. You got to carry this team because this defense is what it is. So,
Right.
You got any Crown? Let me ask you this, Crown. You got any brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have 3 brothers and 1 sister.
Okay. You know how you got one sibling that's like the golden child. They never break any rules. They do everything the right way. And then you got one sibling that is always messing around, always screwing up, always needs to get bailed out, right? Now, what happens? What happens when the golden child makes one mistake? The parents come down on them.
It's the worst thing in the world.
Hard. Like, I expect that out of your little brother. You're supposed to set by example and all this other stuff. And the older person's like, wait a minute, I done messed up one time and you worse on me than this guy who's messed up every day in his life.
What they say, I'm just disappointed in you.
I'm so right. We all heard somebody in our lives tell us that. But my point on that is this. The offense is the older brother where you just got to be good and great all the time because that's the only way you can win.
Yeah,
you can't expect the defense to be outstanding. You have to expect that they're going to give you some drives where they give you a 3 and out or they give you a turnover, and you got to capitalize on 3 out of 4 of those types of drives because otherwise you're going to be in a dogfight, and you get into a dogfight with a better team, you're going to lose.
Facts.
So, what you're saying is right, and I just think it's like we have it's no way if you drop. Let's just say who is not even if Joe Burrow have this offense, what the hell would be like? I mean they got like we'll look like the Bengals. I just think it's like I sit back and watch, right? I see when we get a 10-point lead, Kirk won't make the mistake. He won't take that chance to go to 17. So it's like we got a governor on. Like I see it every play. I be like, yo, this is a pivotal moment. When we was up 10-0 versus the Giants, what happened? He started getting like, oh, I don't want to make a mistake and make it 7-10. No, push the ball down the field. Do whatever you got to do. You got to take risks to get leads. Because then when we got a 24-point lead, then maybe you can go, oh, nah, hold on. But let's get a 2 or 3 because when we got 10 zip, it's in today's it's like 3-0 now. Right. But he always I sit back and I used to watch that all the time. When the governor is on, like it's like a governor. No matter how hard you hit that damn brake, I mean, how hard you hit that gas pedal, we are going to top out at 40 miles an hour with this guy. But when the governor is off, we losing. It don't matter if you throw a pick six. We look like one of the greatest offenses in the world. Like, it's no way we shouldn't have been top 5. None of this since he's been at the quarterback end with all this talent we have, even with Diggs and Thielen in their primes. It's no way.
Exactly.
And Mike Zimmer
he plays scared, man. That boy be playing scared, man. That's what it is.
But I gotta give him credit. Hold on, let me give Kirk credit. I'm gonna just say this: he has gotten better. But when you go from worse, this is the results we getting. So,
right. But the thing is this: like he's had a good season, right? And I give him his flowers this season. He's been playing pretty good. But the thing,
here's the but.
There is a but because the games that are. First of all, the lights are on, right? The bright lights are on, right? Because we got to think Monday night. I mean, the only one that the bright lights weren't on was what was it? The Lions game, right?
Lions.
The Lions game, because Buffalo was at 1:00 game, wasn't it?
Yes. Yep. Just like the Lions was. Yep.
Yeah, Buffalo was a 1:00 game. So the Lions, but you know, the games like the Dallas game, the Eagles game, those are primetime games, pretty much. It's like. Bro, those games matter, and those are teams now that we see are all in the playoff hunt that could be possibly playoff.
Wait, hold up. You skipped over that in the chat. When you are you finally ready to admit that Mike and I might have been onto something about this Detroit
with the Lions?
Team?
You talking about the Lions? Yeah, I've been gave y'all props, man. Don't do that.
I didn't hear it on air, so I had to ask.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, Dave was
I did.
Dave
you know what I mean? Like.
Channel.
Yeah, no, I give y'all props because to me, and I don't mind seeing the Lions do good either. You know what I mean? It don't bother me at all to see the Lions do good. Because guess what? I don't want to play them. Because guess what? I think them boys expose the shit out of us. That's the crazy part. You know, that's the crazy part. Them boy physical, man. Like they playing like they got nothing to lose, man. And like that's what I love about that, what they doing. But I mean, I want to play, to be real, like I think it couldn't happen any better for us to get the 3rd seed and play the New York Giants. You know what I'm saying? Because we beat them already, but yet we beat them on a 61-yard field goal. You know what I'm saying? We can't play the same type of football. We need to go out there and smash these guys. It just has to happen, dog. Because I think if it comes down to neck again, us beating them twice in a 1-possession game, the chances are low. You know what I'm saying? So
even though it would be in our house, I'm with you.
I want to play a team that blew us out already to see if we get blown out again. That's what I personally want.
We're going to see that in the second round.
If adjustments are made, I'm not even dependent. I don't even care about the defense at this point. I'm strictly looking at offense. You're telling me the Dallas Cowboys held us to 3 points and the Jacksonville Jaguars, who had significantly a better quarterback, but significantly more.
Uh-oh.
We can't hear you. Can't hear you. Hey, he's still
this
talking.
Offense season, bro.
You was gone.
Like, see somebody calling me.
Oh,
yeah, I was about to say somebody was calling.
Yeah. Yo, I want to see this offense not be the reason why we lose. If we come out there and it is what it is, but we gonna get better. We gonna. I really want to see it. I believe in Coach O'Connell.
Yeah, me too, though, man. I do believe in him. Yeah, I believe in him.
Here's his problem. He's starting to think he's smarter than everybody else. Because he be taking some chances unnecessarily. Like that Detroit game. You finally get a drive where your offensive line is taking control. And you try to do this Dalvin Cook jump pass. Just to do a toss sweep to the outside, and he's walking into the end zone. So, and then, okay, you're going to go for it on 4th and down, and you get stopped. And then on the next 4th and 1, you're going to try to have a fake punt. Like, I'm all about aggressiveness, but you got to be timely with your aggressiveness, because part of being aggressive and sneaking up on somebody is not giving it away. But when you just went for it on 4th and down, 4th and 1, and now you got another 4th and 1, they're sitting on it. So that's the only thing about O'Connell that I would say. It's just like there are times where you call some crazy plays, and there are times where you have some crazy strategy. And, you know, most of the time we've gotten away with it. There's been no crazy strategy against Dallas and Philly and Green Bay, because we were just getting killed regardless. So,
and the Colts game for us to go down 33-0. I mean, yes, don't get me wrong. It's amazing. We came back, we broke this record and all that, but I mean, still, yeah, man, at the end of the day, I look at my team like you shouldn't have been down 33-0 from the get-go. You know, from the get-go. Yeah, it's fun, and it was amazing to be part of the biggest comeback, but no, don't ever let that happen again. That's all I'm saying.
By the way, we can credit the offense for the offensive explosion, but we also got to credit the defense for not giving up any more points. You can't have a comeback if the other team is still scoring.
Exactly.
It's an equal thing. We want to give, the defense gave up 33 points in the first
half. Just tell it how it is. Everybody want to jump on Kirk and say, Kirk had the greatest comeback. But the thing is this, you know, when he plays bad, though, it's the defense allowed this and that and the third. But he has the greatest comeback. It's like, oh, well, yeah, you know, he wasn't out there stopping them motherfuckers from scoring any more points so that he could come back, though. You know what I'm saying? So just got to be real, man. You know what I mean? But we have a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. We have a good quarterback.
You could do a lot worse than Kirk Cousins. You could do a lot worse.
You know what I mean? Kirk, I feel like this year, definitely, I feel like, yes, you can possibly win a Super Bowl if everything goes right, though. Like, things have to be right. I know Dave likes to throw out, like, everybody thinks everything has to be perfect for Kirk. But, yeah, it almost has to be, for real. It almost has. Like, the play calling needs to be good that game. You know, like, say, if we're playing a Super Bowl game and Kirk Cousins is the quarterback, trust me, Kevin O'Connell has to be on his A game. The offensive line needs to be on their A game. The defense needs to be helping. A lot of things need to play in his favor for him to do it. Can he do it? Yes. There's a possibility he can do it. I got faith in him. You know what I'm saying?
I can't remember. It was the first or second show I ever did with Dave. And he said, can Kirk Cousins win you a Super Bowl if everything around him is not perfect? And I thought about it, and I'm like, well, this, well, that. And then Dave got on me. He was like, can't you just answer the question? I'm like, fine. No.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you're wrong. And then he's saying to me, well, see, everything around him's not perfect. And I said, what I was trying to say when I was going on and on about it, so I'll admit I didn't get to my point very fast. You can win with Kirk Cousins if you have an average offensive line and an average defense. You can win 12 games and you can get to the playoffs. But that's not what the question to me represents. When you say, can Kirk Cousins or any other quarterback win without perfection around him, I mean win a Super Bowl. I don't mean win 12 games in the regular season. Look at the games they've won and the teams they've beaten, and look at the games they've lost. The games they've lost to Packers, you split with them now, mind you.
Yeah.
But Dallas and Philly, those are two very, very good teams. Detroit is, a fringe playoff team. The only team you've really beaten is Buffalo. New England is just okay. Miami is just okay. Who else? The Colts, they're terrible, which is why we managed to come back on them. The Bears are terrible. The Saints are terrible. I'm not taking away anything. You don't have to apologize for those wins, and you don't have to give them back. But let's look at the teams they've beaten, and let's look at the teams they've lost to, and let's just call it for what it is. What's up, Mike Jerome? How you doing? Kirk can't win if our defense sucks, our offensive line.
And that's to our point. And that's to our point, Vikings, Jerome, is we're saying, like, yes, Kirk Cousins can win a Super Bowl, but yes, things have to play in his favor. Like, things have to be like, it's different, like, right, like with and even like you can kind of compare it to when Patrick Mahomes played the Buccaneers, right? Things went south, and he tried his best to goddamn, over to just cover for that goddamn out of the handicap that they had, right? Because they couldn't stop the pass rush, and people forgot that they're like 3 of their star offensive linemen were out that game, or 2 of them. I know there was very important offensive linemen out that game. You know what I mean? And he tried to overcome it and couldn't. Why? Because the Bucs just played a really good defensive scheme. They did that, but still, yet after that game, people still praised Patrick Mahomes on how he tried to overcome that game, because he still did things that kept him in the game a little bit, even though it started going south towards in the second half. But still, yet, something like that with Kirk. Oh, we would have went down 40-0 at halftime if they. Could you imagine if the damn Bucs were rushing us like that, boy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you got to think Patrick Mahomes was trying to throw like fucking laying sideways and still trying to make throws and shit. I mean, he just had a horrible game. Like, they were just on him, bro. But with Kirk Cousins, it's like anything small that happens like that, any team that can bring pressure, Dallas, for example, the way they just kept running up blitzes, anything like that is going to shut him all the way down. He will shut down, bro. It's crazy. And what I learned on Sunday's game with the Packers is you eliminate Justin Jefferson, he seems to be in a panic now. He seems to not know where he wants to go with the ball. So now he just forces it to TJ Hawkinson. Yeah. Now he just forces it underneath the TJ Hawkinson. That's just what it's going to be now. So it's either going to be, because there was a play where Adam Thielen was wide open on the sideline, running the streak up the sideline. You know what I'm saying? And there's a video on YouTube and Twitter and shit where they show it. Adam Thielen's holding his hand up wide open. And Kirk's since they were applying pressure, he's not getting through his reads now because he's panicking, because he looks at JJ and sees that he's being doubled and tripled or whatever. But, as a quarterback, as a coach, you're going to have to overcome that shit, man. You got to find why not run jet sweep screens? Why we didn't do no smoke screens or nothing? Why not? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. That's what I said. Here, it's like this. When you're talking about different quarterbacks, and I'm going to leave names out of this, but obviously the elite quarterbacks don't need as much as the good, not great quarterbacks to be successful. That's not a rip on Cousins or any other quarterback, okay? No. Christian Ponder needed a lot more around him than Kirk Cousins does. Yeah. That's just what it is.
Yeah,
so
that's a fact.
Let's go back to the other Kansas City Super Bowl when they played the 49ers, right? And the 49ers were up 20-10 in the middle of the fourth quarter before Patrick Mahomes pulled a rabbit out of his hat. And everybody wanted to blame Jimmy Garoppolo, and nobody wanted to blame that defense. And you can make the argument that defense held the Kansas City Chiefs to 10 points through 3.5 quarters. You should have more than 20 points on the board so that if Kansas City does go on a shooting spree like they Steph Curry or something, you have a bigger margin for error. Fact. But I'll say this. I've said this since everybody wants to label me a Kirk hater, and we're going to do the Hate 8 show, right? You haven't said that one in a while.
Right.
If you put Kirk Cousins on that San Francisco team, they absolutely have a chance to go to the Super Bowl and beat Patrick Mahomes because the 49ers had a defensive line and an offensive line that allowed Jimmy Garoppolo to take him to the Super Bowl. Yeah, that's why Shanahan wanted Kirk Cousins, because you could put the line in front of him. You got running backs. Yeah, that's what we mean, though, because the Vikings have not been in the Kirk Cousins era. They haven't been at that level that the 49ers were at with their offensive line and their defensive line. So that doesn't mean we're saying that Cousins can't do it. He just needs more. And he's not the only quarterback in the NFL in that situation. I got to run in about 3 minutes, so I'm going to wrap it by saying this.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins, Jimmy Garoppolo when he was good, Jared Goff when he was good, Matt Ryan when he was good, Dak
Jared Goff still good.
Yeah, Dak Prescott, Derek Carr, they're all the same guy. You know, slight differences. What do people say about Dak Prescott? Oh, he's good in the regular season. He puts up his numbers, but come playoff time, blah, blah, blah. They say the same thing that they say about Dak Prescott. They're the same guy. They got slightly different skill sets, but they're the same guy. You got to have a lot around them. When Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott were on rookie contracts, they had more money to spend to put teams around them. As soon as those two guys got paid, the Cowboys took a step back. Now they're taking a step up because they got Micah Parsons, and that kind of changes the whole thing, you know. But I guess all I'm saying as far as Kirk goes, yeah, he's a very, very good quarterback. But there's going to come a point in time where stuff around him isn't going as planned. When things go as planned, he's unstoppable.
Yeah.
But the second something, now I'm not saying he never can adjust. I'm not saying he never can overcome. That's not what we're saying, because, you know, some people, if we say what we've said, we'll say we're hating on him. We're not hating on him. We're just calling for what it is.
No, I don't hate off him. I just ain't no Kurt. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I support him this year more than I've ever supported him. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, I go off evidence, bro. Like, he's been in the league 10 years. He's usually 8-8, regardless of what team he plays for. You know what I'm saying? If you do his average, he's usually 8-win quarterback. I mean, what more is there? They say, well, we had the last ranked defense. Well, we got the last ranked defense this year too. He won 12 games. So I mean, you can't keep using that shit like as an excuse, bro. Like Joe Burrow, all of them, man. I mean, it's just,
how many sacks did Joe Burrow take in that game against Tennessee?
Man. You know, and it's unfair to compare him to those guys, because yes, he's not those guys. He's our guy.
Right.
He's not Joe Burrow. He's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not Tom Brady. He's our guy. But that's okay, and that's why we're allowed to criticize and go off of the evidence that we have. Yes, does he put up 4,000 yards a game? Yes, but where has it gotten us though? Nowhere. You know, Dave always talks about these records of these comebacks and this. Bro, none of that shit matters to me as a fan of the Vikings. As a fan of the Vikings, I want to win a Super Bowl. I don't care if Kirk has 15 comebacks. To be real, I don't want him to have any comebacks. I want him to just stomp on shit. To be honest with you. To be honest,
let's win a game by 14 points so that we
don't have to come back. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Don't have to come back.
I'll say this before I go. That episode where you and Dave were going back and forth about how Dave was saying you didn't want them to come back, y'all had me cracking.
Yeah, that was a good. After that Packers loss, I was on demon time too. I was mad as hell. Dave, you know, Dave try to always, which I love Dave, man. Dave, my boy. You know, but he always try to. He looks for the silver lining, man. And I play devil's advocate, man.
I'll say this on my Monday show on TPC on the Purple Code. And if y'all don't subscribe, please subscribe to the Purple Code.
Yeah, make sure you do that.
And all the affiliated programs. Yeah, I know y'all side of Rap, Purple and Go for Days, Minnesota Sports Talk, G&G, et cetera, et cetera. Hit them all up.
Yeah.
But me and Mike and Kyla, we went no holds barred. We were just like, nobody is immune. We yelling at everybody. We yelling at the defense. We yelling at the quarterback. We yelling at the offensive line. We yelling at the coaches. Yeah. Because it was just like when we lost to Dallas, it was like, dang, that really sucked. But when you lose to the Packers like that, it stings more. And it's just
this far in the season too, where you kind of say like, oh, we'll figure it out. No, there's no more time to figure it out. There's no more time to figure it. The figuring out time is over after week 8. If you ain't got it figured out by then I'm telling you right now, like, you might be able to get on a little run, but at the end of the day, you are who you are. You know what I'm saying? You are who you are. So now us as Vikings fans, we have to realize, like, going into the playoffs, we're either going to get blown out by 4 or 5 touchdowns, or we're going to win a game by a field goal. That's going to be the outcome of
yeah.
our playoff this year. That's what's going to, if we make it to the Super Bowl, it's going to be because we won 3 games in a row by a fucking field goal.
There was a tweet out. Somebody said the Vikings are either going to win the Super Bowl or they're going to lose the wild card round by 40 points.
I'm telling you, that's what it is. That's what it's going to be, bro. It is.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. You know what I mean? We're not going to beat a team 30-17 or, you know what I mean? Something like 24-14. It's just not going to happen. That's just not the game we're going to play.
I'm going to leave it on this.
Yeah,
Going into like 3 weeks ago, I felt really good that this team can compete with anybody in the NFC. Yeah. I said that San Francisco was the worst matchup and Philly and Dallas neck and neck for the next ones. So we was going to get somebody we could beat in the first round. But I don't know how they're going to figure out this mash unit that is the offensive line. I mean, yeah, they signed some players. Okay. But what are they going to do? Losing.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Brian O'Neill, why are you chasing that guy? You wasn't going to catch him, and now you blew out your
and we can blame that on Kirk. Kirk, the reason why Brian O'Neill got hurt. God damn it.
Oh, and he's the reason the center got hurt. You know why? You see that?
Nah, we ain't gonna do it dirty. Why?
No.
How did he do it?
Okay, they get that block punt, right? First and goal, he threw the ball. JJ is wide open.
Yeah.
If he had just looked to his left at first, he would have threw the ball to JJ. JJ would have turned around and grittied in front of Jair Alexander because the center got hurt on second down. So our center wouldn't have been hurt. And I'm only kidding when I say it's his fault. We you all know we're just messing around. But this offensive line is going to be our own doing.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't know how we can slant patterns, quick passes, get the ball out fast. But at some point, the defense will adjust to say, well, they're not throwing the ball more than 5 yards. So at some point, Thanks, Jerome. We love you. We love you.
Hey, yeah, man. It's been tough, Vikings, Jerome. Like, honestly, I've been a fan since I've been 10 years old, man. So it's already been like 23 years for me, believe it or not, man. I'm knee deep into this shit, man.
You only 33?
Yeah, I'm only 33. Yeah.
I ain't gonna tell you how old I am. Then, damn.
Yeah. So and that's the thing. Like, I've been goddamn going through it still, and I mean, I wasn't really emotionally attached to the team though until I turned about like 16, 17 though. So like the first 7 years were just more of, if I catch the game, I catch the game, because I was outside. You know what I'm saying? I was outside. Like, I was outside trying to be Randy Moss. We would play football in the front yard and shit. And when we were younger, man, we were outside, man, having pickup football game, basketball game, something. So Sundays were days where I'm not watching football at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock prime time for me, man. I'm outside doing something. But, as I got into my older teens, 16, 17, 18, man, I started really getting emotionally attached. And then, I started feeling the emotion, getting pissed off and wanting to throw shit because this team pissing me the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Now I'm knee deep. deep. They can literally ruin my day. They can literally ruin my week. All right.
In my lifetime, I've never seen them go to the Super Bowl. I've seen them lose 5 NFC championship games. And the first one, I was about 8 years old, and I sort of got it. I was a sophomore in college, and my younger brother and I were at the game against Atlanta when the Dirty Birds came in here, Moss's rookie year, and beat us. That was the last time I was like distraught. Like, I will never get that distraught again. Because if the 98 team, if that's the one that couldn't do it, nothing will ever reach that level for me. But anyway, bro, I gotta go.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you tapping in, man. Y'all boy, make sure y'all tell Justin Day, man. Appreciate him for tapping in with us tonight, man. We appreciate you, dog.
Have a great rest of your evening. Check out Purple Go for Days. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Y'all going on Hey, you guys going on TPC tomorrow? Because I know you missed.
Nah, we was gonna do last night, man. But with everything happening and shit, and I actually was out at dinner anyway, so it kind of worked out. But man, we just kind of sat it out this week, man, just like a lot of other channels did, due to the circumstances of the NFL right now.
This game is just whatever, So next,
and not
week, gonna hit it up live.
Not only the game, just with everything happening with Damar Hamlin and shit. People are just kind of
that
little things out of here and there.
Ain't
so
that,
it is what it is,
man. Ain't that's just horrible, man. Anyway, prayers.
It is horrible, man. We praying for it, man. I'm rocking the Buffalo Blue tonight, man.
Prayers up for that, man. If you're a person of prayer, if not, just say, hey, good luck to you, bro. But in all seriousness, thanks for letting me tap in with you, Reb.
Yeah, man, no problem. All right, fam. What's up? What's up? What's up, man? We back, man. Hey, Dylan, look, I really like Dylan. I appreciate you putting this right here. You feel me? Because I was saying this. I don't know if you were tapped in at the beginning of the show, but I was saying this. I said, don't be surprised if Oli Udo plays good at tackle because that's his natural position. I am not as worried about Udo as I am about the center position. I think Oli Udo is going to come in and be serviceable. We are not going to have to worry about talking about Oli Udo as him costing us the game, him costing a lot of pressures. Watch, you'll see. And I agree. I couldn't agree more with this comment right here, man. Shout out to Dylan, bro. Shout out to Dylan, man. Know what I'm saying? Let me make sure I get some shout outs now, too, man. You know what I mean? Y'all, my bad. We started the rambling and shit, man. Vikings run. Jarvis, what's happening, Jarvis? We just not physical team and we don't have any nasty dudes. Hey, for real. For real, bro. You couldn't have said any better. We just don't. We don't really have that grimy motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that grimy motherfucker, man. Like seriously, bro. Because every time every time he try to hit somebody, you know they gonna throw a flag on him. They got something against him. Every time he try to amp the team up, and if he laid a hat, they're gonna flag him. They're gonna flag him. So it's like we have nobody. All the tackles be super soft and just laying people down and shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, Duke Shelley shit probably had the hardest hits, and I mean they were just regular football hits, but you know what I'm saying? Like he's probably looking like he has the most energy on defense as far as like looking like a little missile. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with you. Everybody else, the tackles are soft as hell. Nobody's really laying the hat. You feel me? And I mean, honestly, like somebody gonna have to do something. Somebody's going to have to do something, man. This is not the time to sit around and play. And again, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Listen to me. The figuring it out stage, like I was saying when Day was on here, the figuring it out stage, that shit's long. That shit's over. That shit's over with. That shit was over with like 2 months ago. That shit's over with. All right. There ain't no more figuring. There's nothing else to figure out. We know who we are. You feel me? And at the end of the day, we're gonna have to find a way to use what we got and win. We'll have to find a way. And again, like y'all probably seen the post on Twitter, we're either going to win the Super Bowl by fucking 2 or 3 points, or we're going to get blown out in the playoffs by 40. There's no in between, man. There's no middle. There's no middle. And guess what? Sunday's game is not going to show us any different, regardless. This is the thing. If we blow out the Bears on Sunday, let's just say we wait to the very last game and we go out there and we just have a convincing win. It's going to be with the backup. Let's just say Mullins and them going to play and we blow out the Bears by 20 points or whatever. It means nothing, bro. It means nothing to us. You know what I'm saying? That's why I want to see the starters, to be real. Show me something. Starters going to have to show me something, man. What's up, Black Jack in the building, man? I seen you in the comments earlier, man. Appreciate you tapping in with us tonight, man, for sure. Appreciate you tapping in with us tonight. My boy TP Way, he commented on my story because I said I'm wearing that Giants blue at first. I said I'm wearing that Giants blue because we're gonna stomp them out in the playoffs. But really, you know what I'm saying? This for the boy, man, DeMar, man. I'm rocking that. We're gonna call this that Buffalo blue, man. That Buffalo blue tonight, man. For sure, man. I'm praying for that boy. Yeah, you already know, Black Jack. You already know, man. It's all love, man. You already know. Let's see. George said Zadarius needs to rest this next game. Yeah, I'm okay with that, George. Like, that's the thing. I stated that earlier. Like, I'm all right with like Eric Kendricks and Zadarius Smith and them. I'm okay with them resting. To be real, like the defense, like honestly, you could rest the whole fucking defense. Honestly, I'm gonna just keep it 100. I don't even care because guess what? I've already came to understand that our defense is our defense. Our defense is they are who they are. We're not going to see anything different. If we play every single fucking starter on defense out there on Sunday, guess what? Nathan Peterman's still going to have a decent game. They're still going to be able to run the ball. They're going to be able to put up 28 to 24 points. I mean, that's what's going to happen. Guess what? We're going to be pissed off going into playoffs. So put the second string out there on defense, and then if we allow multiple points and shit, we have an excuse to say, hey, we're playing our second string. But the offense, though, y'all at least need to play a driver too. At least. JJ needs a touchdown. Kirk needs to throw a bomb, something. Show me, because at this point, I don't even know if the offense can play. I don't even know if they can play. And I don't want to go into the playoffs thinking like, well, damn, the last sighting I seen of the Vikings offense was Green Bay. That's the last thing we'll have on our mind going into a playoff game. We all right with that? I know Kevin O'Connell ain't all right with that. Fuck practice. We talking about practice? We talking about practice, not the game. You know what I'm saying? Got him with the AI, man. Not the game. We talking about practice. I'm not trying to hear that, dog. I'm not trying to hear that. No, you need to do your fans. You need to do your fans a service and show us that the offense still exists. You know what I mean? And let's make sure that the Green Bay game wasn't a game where, okay, this offense finally fell off a cliff after 16, 17 weeks. Because that could be possible. You know what I mean? Let's make sure. Because guess what? The game after this Sunday, we're not playing any team that's a mediocre team. We're playing a playoff game. And guess what? If you go look at what the Giants did to get in the playoffs, go watch what they did. Go watch what they did. Go watch what Daniel Jones and them did. They handled business. It wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. They knew they were in the playoffs, and they knew they were in the playoffs at the beginning of the third quarter. Their ticket was punched. You know what I'm saying? We play that same bullshit game we played against the Giants the first time. I'm gonna tell you what, and they play like they played on Sunday. I'll tell you what, we in for a rude fucking awakening. I'll tell you that. And guess what? I'm gonna be on this bitch mad than a motherfucker too. What's up, man? Toy Box. Appreciate you, Toy Box, man, for reaching out to me earlier too, man. Appreciate you, bro. We were a dumpster fire against the Packers. That's a fact. We were a dumpster fire, man. We were a dumpster fire, you know? And the thing is this. I'm not trying to, that's the last vision I have. You know, I don't care. This is the thing, y'all. I don't care about the Buffalo Bills game. I don't care about the immaculate comeback against the Colts. Because guess what? After Sunday, after we play the Bears, none of that matters, bruh. None of that matters. All of that is out the door. That don't matter no more. It don't. Because when we lose, if we fuck around and play like we've been playing and we lose in the first round of the playoffs, you think everybody going to be saying, well, they lost in the playoff, but remember they had the greatest comeback? I don't care. I'm not trying to have that conversation. Well, y'all might have lost first round of playoff, but y'all did have a good game against the Bills. Oh, yeah, and y'all did have a good game. Y'all came back against the Colts, man. Fuck that. At least get me to the NFC Championship game. That's my expectations. I don't know what y'all expectations are in the chat. Drop y'all expectations in the chat, man. How far y'all think we going? What would, listen, in the chat, tell me right now, what game, and let's just say we lose, what game do we have to make it to? Does it need to be the Super Bowl or the NFC Championship game to make y'all satisfied and say, guess what? We got next year. We know what we got. We can work on that. Because, I mean, Kevin O'Connell, this is his first year. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, how do y'all feel? Because to me, it's NFC Championship game. To me, it's NFC Championship game. Because if the Packers can, they were like 4-8 or some shit. Bitches were like 4-8 and came back. Now they on the damn verge of making the playoffs. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? And if they fuck around and make the playoffs and go further than us, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. And you know we'll never stop hearing they damn out. And if yeah. All right. That's what I'm saying. NFC Championship. Toy Box saying Super Bowl. You know? And that, hey, talk about your name, Jay, is Jay, right? Jay, yeah. I'm gonna start calling you by your name, man. NFC Championship. These games coming up are the only ones that matter. Exactly, David. These the ones that matter, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, these the ones that matter, man. Shout out my boy Bobby, man. Bobby shit. Appreciate you, man. This my guy right here, man. You always showing love, man, commenting nice shit. Hey, motivating me for real. Motivating me for real, man. Inspiration. Kirk's been pretty good under lots of pressure most of the season. I say to be honest with you, Bobby, like he's already cracked. Like, I mean, I would say the last game, the Packers game, he cracked. I would say he cracked, you know, because if you look at how he was playing, bro, like he had absolutely no confidence. They took JJ away and he didn't know what to do after that. I mean, let's just call it for what it is, man. This offense runs as JJ runs, man. This offense runs as JJ runs. If JJ doesn't get 100 yards, this game is going to be ugly. It just is what it is, man. Listen, try to picture in your head what a Vikings game will look like if JJ has only 50 yards receiving or 40 yards receiving, 30 yards receiving. Guess what? You've seen them this season. How they look. They all kind of look the same, don't they? We get beat by 4 fucking touchdowns. I mean, evidence is there, bro. Is what it is, dog. This offense goes as JJ goes. If Kirk can't get JJ the ball, we're gonna be in trouble. And at this point, he's trusting TJ Hawkinson. Listen, and we'll talk about TJ Hawkinson right now because this is the thing. TJ Hawkinson, savage, okay? Super hype, caught the 2 touchdowns during the game. Felt like, and still do feel like that was one of the better trades this NFL season through the whole NFL. I'm gonna tell you what though, the boy he do need to work on his hands a little more though. No, he's still young. He's still young, but there is things he needs to work on. You know, because he touches that ball a lot and that shit drops. He touches the ball a lot and it drops. He does. He does. You know. And Kirk trying to force that shit to him. It's like, man, you can't do that, bro. You can't force the ball to your fucking tight end, bro. Listen, you have to try to figure out a way to get Thielen the ball. I mean, you ain't gonna tell me all fucking 4 receivers are blanketed, dog. And yes, our offensive line has to do their part. I understand that. It's a machine. You know, he has to be, but again, Kevin O'Connell, you need to change the plays up, get some quick passes. Why aren't you throwing JJ screens, bro? Why aren't you saying, okay, let's do a bubble screen for you. Okay, let's do a jet sweep. Like, I mean, something. Just let him touch the football. I don't care how you put him on punt return. I don't give a fuck. JJ needs to be touching the ball. I don't care how he needs to. I don't care if he needs to be quarterback. Let him get the ball. Run the Wildcat. I don't care. JJ should be touching the ball. He should be touching the ball because we've seen what happens when he don't touch the ball. When he don't touch the ball, what happens? We lose by 30-something points. It just is what it is. I'm gonna tell you what. I've been sticking up for Dalvin the whole season because I know there's a lot of people. Oh, we need to move off Dalvin and this, that, and the third. Listen, to be real with you, for one, I'm gonna tell you like this. Dalvin, y'all saying Dalvin seen Wash. I see you, Jarvis. Y'all, you think Dalvin? I'm gonna tell you like this. Guess what? Bills game. Dalvin's the reason, right? Dalvin is the one who started the rally. Motherfucking the Colts game. That was KJ Osborne, but I think Dalvin had a run, or did Dalvin have a big run in that? I know the Miami game, he had a big run because I was there. You know what I'm saying? But I say that to say this. Dalvin has hit a couple home runs this season. So a couple home crucial when we needed them. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to the money and all that shit, you know, yeah, you know, we'll let them figure that shit out if it comes down to, because I do feel like running back replaceable. But I mean, you ain't gonna find a Dalvin Cook everywhere. You ain't just gonna bring no Dalvin Cook in. You know, we got high hopes on Ty Chandler, but is he gonna be Dalvin Cook? Probably not. Not right away. Not right away. And I like Alexander Madison, but is he Dalvin Cook? Absolutely not. Absolutely. Our offense would change a lot if Madison was our RB1, bro. Like it would be a lot different. It would be a lot different, you know. But yeah. But hey, look, Dalvin's a sticky situation, which I feel you, Jarvis. Like, and there's a lot of people that feel the same way you feel. Like Dalvin's washed. He's kind of, running soft and playing more to protect and not get injured to make sure he can get that contract and shit. Because he still wants to play. But I mean, I also look at the good too, and I look at it like he's still the top 6 running back in the league. He was top 5 before, obviously, the Packers game and shit like that. But top 5 running back in the league. You know, top 5 running back, yards, touchdowns. I think he was like number 9 or 10 or some shit, but yards, he was 5 for a while, so it's like, and yeah, the fumbling shit, he got to work on that too. But he don't do it super, super often. No, there's some running backs that do it a lot. You know what I mean? He's been doing it, but you know what I'm saying? He's pretty decent when it comes to the fumbling game, though. That for one, that one play call, that jump pass shit where he fumbled, that was a dumbass play call. That was a dumbass play call. It's almost just like Sunday. You put in Chris Reed comes, Austin Schlottman gets injured. Chris Reed comes rolling out there. What do? We're on the goal line. You run a play that goes right behind him. That shit crazy. Like, come on, man. Shit don't make no sense to me, man. A fucking pee-wee football coach would know not to do no shit like that. I'm gonna just keep it 100, man. A pee-wee football coach would know not to do that. You better off trying to throw the ball or something, man. You gonna run it behind the backup? The backup's backup? On the very first snap? I mean, the motherfucker ain't even stretch all the way yet. You know what I mean? Like, the motherfucker just had to run right on the field. Oh, yeah, you just had to get up. We're gonna run it right behind you. Come on, man. Type of sense that make. But, Day made a good point. Sometimes Kevin O'Connell, he outsmarts himself, but to me, I got videos and proof saying he still should be candidate for coach of the year. I bet you Cook wouldn't be washed if he was with the Niners. It starts with KOC. He has to. Exactly. You put Dalvin Cook on a team that got a decent offensive line, bro. I'm telling you right now, boy's a problem. That boy's a problem, man. Dalvin Cook is the issue, man. He just, it's just the way our team's running now. And obviously, we're more pass heavy now. Kevin O'Connell, want to pass it. And my thing is this: at the beginning of the season, I figured we would get him more involved in the pass game. I was looking forward to seeing Dalvin Cook run slants across the middle of the field and shit. Was I the only one thinking that? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking that shit was gonna be happening a lot. Especially after that Steelers catch last season on a Thursday night. He showed me how you can catch that thing and take the hit. I'm like, yo, line that boy up in the slot a lot. Why not? Why we ain't doing none of that? You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is this: when he gets in space, he can still run a touchdown. When he gets in space, he'll hit a home run. I'm telling you, we've seen it this year. We've seen it. You know what I mean? He get that break, man. He out of there. He ain't as fast as he was, but he's still fast enough to outrun those defenders and get a touchdown. So that's all I care about. Now, when he stopped doing that, when motherfuckers start catching him from behind, then we gotta talk. But as of now, man, and it's not only, and this is the thing. Like I say, Cook is a top 5 running back still, but it's not even about the statistics and things like that. It's about the fact that Dalvin Cook is a true leader, man. He's a true leader. Something you can't really. You can bring in another running back like Ty Chandler or even Kene, but those are quiet. You could tell they're kind of more quiet guys. Dalvin Cook is he's a leader, man. His voice is heard in the locker room, in the community. Like those are certain things you just can't pay for, bro. Certain things you just can't pay. You either born with it or you not. You either born with it or you not. And Dalvin Cook, he's the alpha, dog. He's a leader. People will rally behind him. So Adam Thielen is washed. They can't bring him back next year. Hey, my boy Jarvis trying to get rid of the whole squad. My boy Jarvis, hey, I feel you though. My boy Jarvis, like, listen, we getting rid of Cook. We out with the old and in with the new, dog. I don't blame you though. I don't blame you. You know, I put something on Twitter this morning though, man. If y'all ain't, man, follow me on Twitter at Purple Pocket Pod, man. You know what I'm saying? But I put something on Twitter. I said, hey, look, the ones who feel like you feel, Jarvis, saying Adam Thielen's wash, when the boy goes off in the playoffs for a dub 20 and 2 touchdowns in the playoffs, do not jump back on the bandwagon, man. Keep that energy. I'm telling you. You want to know why? Because I don't even think that he's washed, bro. Like, this is the thing. Yes, has he lost a step? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think he's lost a step. He's getting older. You know what I'm saying? But can he still get open? Can he still score touchdowns? Yes, he showed us that this year already. I mean, Colts game, scored a crucial touchdown. He scored a couple touchdowns this season where it still looked like it got now. He's been dropping passes that he wouldn't have dropped a couple years ago when they're touching his hands on like fly routes and shit. Like usually he catches those, but you know what I'm saying? I still think he's serviceable to where this is the thing. I think it plays like this. Like I said earlier, the offense runs through JJ, right? And I think Kirk Cousins is so confident in Justin Jefferson right now, where Justin Jefferson is definitely a real one right now. You know, you got to remember JJ's rookie year and even maybe the second year, Kurt was still kind of trying to fit. He was still leaning, even though us as fans, we knew that JJ was the one after his first year. We're like, listen, that's our wide receiver one. Fuck what y'all talking about. Like, that dude's special. But, you know, I think Kirk just being out on a player on the field and you're practicing and, you know, Thielen has always been, you know, Thielen was there with Kirk before JJ, and Thielen's always been goddamn somebody that Kirk can trust. And probably it took him a couple years to really lean off of Thielen now and realize, like, okay, JJ the real fucking deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude's serious. And now it's almost like the boy just forgetting about Thielen out there, boy. Because Thielen still gets separation. Hey, like I said earlier, film before feelings, bro. You go back and watch the film. There's so many plays where Thielen is wide the fuck open. Wide the fuck open, bro. And guess what? Kirk will miss him. Kirk just won't look his way. It's like it's JJ or nothing, dog. Like straight up. It's JJ or nothing. And I'm surprised in that Colts game that fucking Kirk finally said, you know what? I'm gonna just start giving this shit to KJ because he looks like he's winning over and over again. But will Kirk do that every game? No, he won't. He won't. He tried it in the Packers game. He tried to think that that fucking TJ Hawkinson could pull off a KJ Osborne, but it didn't work out. And that's the thing. You ain't gonna do that, man. He's not Travis Kelce. Now he's really good. Don't get me wrong. I think he can be a savage, but is he Travis Kelce? Absolutely not. You're not gonna sit there and do it 2 games in a row. Like he had a game prior to that where he scored 2 touchdowns, had over 100 yards or whatever. That's not gonna happen back to back. It's not gonna happen back to back. Jarvis said, I like KJ. Yeah, I like KJ. He struggles with separation though. But you know, it's a possibility he can get better. My thing is this, man. Wide receiver 3s, I always say this, man, they're replaceable. You can find a wide receiver 3, like they're just out there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like as a wide receiver, like if you can't be a 2A or I mean a 1B, like because you'll be considered the 2, but you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think KJ can get there. All right, Dylan, appreciate you tapping in, bro. I'm about to get out of here too in a minute anyway. This team has been too JJ happy. We have too many playmakers. Exactly. It's revolved around JJ to the point where it's if he doesn't play good, we're gonna get smacked. It's to the point like that. If JJ doesn't get the ball, we're going to lose bad. I mean, the evidence is there. Look, go back and watch all of our losses, bro. Tell me how many yards JJ had. And our 4 losses, except for the Lions game, because the Lions game, he did have like 200 and something yards. He balled out in the Lions game, but we only lost by 11 points. So I give that loss. I give him that. We were trying to go neck to neck, but our defense kind of just couldn't, hold up when we needed to. But you look at the games where we got mollywop. How many yards JJ had? Shit, probably ain't even 100 total for those 3 losses. The last Packers game, Dallas game, Eagles game. Look up the stats. You saw what happened. We lost by damn near 3 touchdowns. The evidence is there, man. You get JJ started early. I've been saying this shit in the offseason. I don't give a fuck what you got to do. You get JJ the ball early. You get him the ball. I don't care if you got to throw him a bubble screen, smoke screen. You throw him the ball. You know what I'm saying? Get him. He needs to do this shit right here within the first 3 to 5 minutes of the game. He needs to do this shit within the first 3 to 5 minutes of the game. If he don't, it's over. So get him fucking started early, man. No excuses. No excuses, man. Hey, man, look, I appreciate y'all tapping in tonight, man. I'm definitely about to get up out of here, man. I've been on 1 hour and 30 minutes, man. I love y'all to death, man. I appreciate y'all, man, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Hey, George, you already know, man. Speak your mind, bro. You got to speak your mind, bro. My platform is definitely for that. I want y'all to be honest. Hey, if I sound dumb like a motherfucker, tell me. Tell me. You know what I'm saying? I look at y'all as family. I mean, sometimes you got to tell your brother, man, like, hey, Rival, you wrong on that shit, man. You need to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Tell me. That's how my page is, man. That's what we building here. We building a family. We can be honest with each other. But let me see. Yeah. It's about time, man. I got to get up out of here. I'm going to lay my ass down. I'll bring y'all some content tomorrow, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I love y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay tapped in with Purple Pocket, man. Tell your friends, tell your family, tap in with the boy. We trying to grow this channel, man, and get it to the level we need to, man. Go Vikings, man. I know this show tonight was a little bit negative. We need to get right, but it is what it is, man. You have to show us a bounce back from that Green Bay game. No excuses, bro. No excuses. Show us what you got. So, hey, the main question on this thumbnail was sit the starters or rest them. Guess what? I mean, play the starters or rest them. Guess what? I'm with play them at least 2 quarters. Play them. You got to bounce back. Appreciate y'all, man. I'll let your boy.